Alright, so this is episode 3 of Call of the Night. A little bit of a recap. We saw the issue of Cole and Nazune trying to meet up with each other since Nazune doesn't really have a point of contact. She doesn't even have a cell phone. Well, technically she had like the freaking brick phone, but I'm not really sure if it still works and if she actually has a functional phone number. But Cole had a bright idea of giving her a wristwatch transceiver, which then Nazune made fun of him about the fact that he has no friends and all that. But we also saw a flashback with Cole and how he had bought these toy transceivers before, and since he had no friends, he decided to put it up on one of the little locker box near his in his apartment building, and he saw that somebody had taken it, and instead of trying to contact that person, he decided not to. And so that was a setup to our new character who showed up towards the end of episode 2, and I assume we're going to get introduced to here in episode 3. I do have my full-length reaction up on Patreon, which you guys can check out in the description down below. Other than that, let us get started. New girl, who dis? Damn, dude. We're gonna bring it up. I can get that. I can understand that. When you think they're friends, then everybody has such different gauge of what friends are. Alright, cause you have no friends. No? Was it Akira? They might still consider you a friend. Ooh. Oh, that was when he pressed it. Okay. You put it on top and she thought it was... Oh my god, those legs! On her mailbox, alright. Wow. Uh-oh. You can't even say it was a mistake. Friends? Nani? Oh, they both shared similar thoughts. Oh, yeah, I just go along with it, my guy. No, just go along with it. This was all part of your plan. Damn, dude, she had the same hair. Well, I mean, the both of them have the same haircut. Yeah, it's interesting. You're not exactly having fun with everyone, but yeah, okay. I guess you're just watching ants carry dead insects. Man. It's been a while. Are you going home now? Right? I'd never do that. Wake up in the morning, understandable. At 4? I got friends! I did. Ooh, one friend. What? Do you have friends, Nazuna? Yeah, it's like 3:30.
用が済んだらすぐ帰る。体だけの関係ってわけね。それどっちかっていうとナズナちゃんの方じゃない？別の女のとこに行くんでしょ？私知ってるから。すいません。
She was just joking. Your friend! Come on!
ナズナちゃんと遊んだ後、こうして登校前のアキラと会うことが習慣となっていた。
Wow.
かといって、あまり話するわけじゃないんだよな。
You're just enjoying each other's presence?
話のようなものをする程度だ。というか、昔はもっとよく喋る元気なやつじゃなかったっけ？なんか、こんな雰囲気じゃなかったよな。
Oh, the both of you guys have changed.
楽しいのかなって。ヤモリは楽しくない？楽しくないとか。
Oh, the both of you guys keep meeting up?
ならいいよ。私は結構楽しいよ。はて、違うのならそれでいいのだけど、これは、あれかい？こいつ、俺のことを好きなのかい？だとしたら。
That's that.
なるほどね。こそこそ何やってんの？
Oh shit! Here she comes!
やばいやばい。少女、少女。何こんなとこで作り合ってんだ？そんなの。やるな。おい。
You go, you!
若い男女がこんな時間にすることっつったらついくるくらいだろ。
Then playing hanky panky?
ああ、大丈夫大丈夫。こいつとは体だけの関係だから。
Oh my god, you should not say.
ヤモリ、学校来ないのは別にいいけど、
Yeah.
あまり悪い遊びしちゃダメだよ。
Yeah.
だってよくくん。ナズナちゃんは黙っててくださいよ。
Nazuna-chan.
ナズナちゃん、
Oh.
そういう関係なんだ。だから体だけだって。
It's purely physical.
好きなんでしょその人が。よかったね。
That's great.
言うなよ。ああ、もうやめろやめろ。そんな学生特有の何でもラブにくっつける考え方。
Says the girl who keeps making sex jokes.
見せてやるよ。ねえ、そらすなよ。
I don't do it in front of my friend. And it's like she bites it in the same spot every time. Look at her in her fucking cloak. Also, it's bad for you. It's not that you can't. It's not just because of the law. Damn. I mean, she's undead. She can drink all the beer she wants. Yeah, she's been considerate. Alright. Bad influence. Oh, shit! This girl's really something. Yep. Going to school? You lose out. You lose contact. You get busy. Nazuna comes in thinking that she's fucking. She just said something fucking brilliant. Then she left without paying her bill. I mean, maybe she did say something profound to these teenagers. I don't know. Look, if you go to school, you can't meet her at night anymore. But you are.
怒ってるかちゃんと言わないとわからないでしょ、ナズナちゃん。
Yeah. Ah, shit! Damn vampires! Always. Oh, shit! Some good exercise, huh? Yeah, you think you can catch up with a vampire? God, why does the fucking night and everything look so beautiful? You know, I just don't believe you're able to see the stars all that clearly. With all the lights here in the city?
なんで怒ってんだろう。これって喧嘩なのかな。
Ooh! Ooh! I forgot, this boy's been wearing white sneakers this whole time. How's it so clean? Then fucking tell him what you're mad about!
本当にわからないんだ。なんで怒ってる。だからできれば聞かせてほしい。
Mm-hmm.
所詮体だけの関係なのに仲直りって。
一旦そこから離れませんか。
怒ってないよ、本当に。ちょっとムカついただけで。
So you were angry.
あの子に言われてたじゃないか。学校行こうって即答できなかったんだ。
それを気にしてたの？
よ、もう。
Of course.
ナズナちゃん、俺が今学校に行くなんてありえないよ。
At the moment.
俺があそこで言いよどんだのは、人間の友達に吸血鬼になりたいから行かないなんて、どう伝えたらいいのかわからない。
I want to become a vampire.
言えてるね。いっぱい出たね。
何って。
人間のってことは、吸血鬼の友達もいるのかな。今日の血はこれくらいにしといてやるよ。
Good!
友達は
Don't kiss. Oh my god! Alright, I'm gonna go write some notes, and then we'll be back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 3 of Call of the Night. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. I guess I'll just go straight into it. So, in the beginning, with the talk between Ko and Nazuna before he went home, he was trying to go home, and then that's when he met Akira. Him and Nazuna was talking about friendship again, and Ko doesn't really know at what point are you considered friends, and he said something along the line of calling someone a friend when you haven't seen them for years might be rude. And Nazuna's response to at what point are you considered friends is that it depends on you and how you see it, you know? Like, do you feel like they're your friends at this point? And it's understandable because you could be friends with someone and then you haven't talked with them for years, but then they'll still consider themselves your friend. But some other people might not. So it goes back to what Nazuna says, it all depends on you. Everybody has their own gauge of friendship. But towards the end of that scene, we see that he ends up clicking on the red transceiver, not realizing that he was close to the apartment, and so because of that, Akira had gotten the notification that, you know, that it was a signal that she was looking for. And so we saw her coming to talk to Cole, and we saw that basically this is just a whole fucking misunderstanding, because when Cole put it up top of the mailbox, he didn't even realize that he had put it on top of her mailbox. So she thought that he gave it to her specifically, and she calls Cole a friend, which Cole was just kind of like, oh my god, I do have a friend, I can't believe it. But she did say that she wasn't sure if Cole thought of her as a friend since he seemed standoffish, and that she was waiting for a signal from him, considering that she thought that he gave that to her, and so she was waiting for the signal of the transceiver since he had gotten more friends and she missed the time to talk to him, so she was hoping that he would make contact with her and all that, so it was understandable. But now here he is making contact with her, albeit still a misunderstanding. Good thing Cole felt so bad for this whole misunderstanding that he decided to go with it instead of just telling her that, yeah, no, I did not intended to do any of this. But because of that, Cole now has a friend and he goes to hang out with her after chilling with Nazuna all night. Which, Jesus Christ, dude, like, I mean, I guess he wants to become a vampire, but he's just... Is he sleeping in the morning? I suppose that's why he is, since he's up all night, so... Yeah, he's just sleeping in the morning. He's a nocturnal animal now. But as they continue hanging out, Cole is just kind of like, we don't really talk much during this whole time. Like, we just make small talks, but like, other than that, it's not really much. And he's just kind of like, are you having fun doing this whole thing? And, you know, she's like, yeah, I'm having fun. And Cole starts to wonder if Akira might like him or not, you know, because if she doesn't like him, why the hell are they spending their time doing this? But then Nazuna comes to crash the party because she wanted to see what the hell Cole was doing. And she decided to show to Akira that she's a vampire. I mean, she was joking about the whole... we only have a physical relationship. And Akira, who didn't know that she was a vampire at the time, is just kind of like, okay. You know, I know that you're skipping school and all, but I don't really think you should be doing this. But Nazuna shows Akira that she's a vampire, and Akira is just kind of like, wow, she's a vampire. Like, people are pretty chill. We've only seen two people's reaction to Nazuna as a vampire, and that's Ko and Akira, but they're pretty chill when discovering vampires, huh? Like, honestly, if I met a vampire, and they just, yeah, if I met someone and they showed me that they were a vampire, at that point, I'd just be like, I'm gonna try and get away from you as fast as possible, right? It's not the fact that you can suck my blood, that whole thing, I don't care. It's the fact that you can snap my neck like a fucking chicken leg. So they ended up going to a bar or a cafe or something, and Akira finally decided to ask Cole why he stopped going to school, and he explains to her that it was a bother and it's just no fun anymore. And he asks, how are you supposed to deal with this feeling? And it's an understandable thing. Usually when you have, especially when he's like a kid, he has all these turmoil feelings inside of him. The thing that you should be able to have someone you can turn to and talk to, you know, have that pillar of support. But from what we've seen from Cole, his parents doesn't give a shit about him, so he has no pillar of support, especially in his own household. So because of that, that's why he decided to stop going to school. But then we learn from Akira that she feels similar, that she doesn't really have fun at school or at home anymore. But she still goes to school because she has to. And that's like the difference between these two, because they're similar in that part. It's just that Akira is still going to school. And she decides, well, she asked Cole that he should go back to school because she has fun with him, and if he goes back to school, she'll have fun, and perhaps he'll have fun as well, since he did say that he had fun hanging out with her and all that. And when Akira asked this, Nazuna gets upset, and she goes and says, you hadn't seen him in a while. What were you doing all this time? Didn't you think to contact him? And I suppose that probably got to Akira, because that's an understandable thing. I did say that she certainly did not say anything profound, but to these kids, it most likely it could be something that's profound. But, you know, it's school and whatever, you end up becoming friends with these people because they're so close to you, you know, they're so close to you all the time. But once you graduate from school, like, good luck trying to keep contact with anybody, man. Like, you're gonna get busy with life, shit just happens, and then you just end up losing contact all over the place, and it's just how life works, unfortunately. Nazuna leaves without paying her bills because, of course, you know, not only is she a vampire, a monster as Akira says, she's going to dine and dash too. She's gonna drink and dash, I guess, at this point. So Ko tries to ask Nazuna why she's so angry. She gets angry about that question and she runs away from him. and he tries to follow her, which is just never going to happen. You're gonna try and chase after a vampire, good luck. But as he was trying to look for her, he was walking up the stairs and he falls on his chin, which is just, ooh. You know, that has happened to me before. I fell like right on the metal bench. I didn't hit my chin specifically, but I hit like right here. You guys won't be able to see it, but I have like a little scar somewhere right here because when I fell down, my teeth went right through my lip. Anyway, story time over. We did learn from Nazuna that she was upset that Cole couldn't answer right away when Akira asked him to come back to school, which I believe was what I said during the reaction. She was, you know, she was a little scared that perhaps if he did end up going back to school, that she won't be able to suck his blood anymore. His blood is delicious, come on. If you're gonna go to school, how are you gonna come meet me at nighttime? But Cole reassures her that he's not going back to school at the moment, and that his current goal is to become a vampire, and he was hesitating because he didn't really know how to talk to his human friend about the fact that he wanted to become a vampire. And so Nazuna's like, oh shit, cool. So that means that you have a vampire friend, right? Anyways, smooch. So with the side of Akira and Nazuna, right? Akira is kind of like trying to bring him back towards the light. You know, go back to school, have a normal human clock time instead of being with the vampire and being a nocturnal animal. And the funny thing is that if Nazuna wasn't a vampire, like if she wasn't an actual vampire, and if there wasn't a chance that Cole could become a vampire, Nazuna is such a bad influence on him if she wasn't a vampire and if he wasn't planning on becoming a vampire. I mean, she still sorta is, in terms of like that bad, it's just her saying like don't go to school and all that. But I mean, that being said, you know, sometimes you don't need to go to school to have a successful life. Anyways, my brain is starting to fry and I can't think anymore, so if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys when I see you guys.